From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. Hope everyone had a fantastic Labor Day out there. It's going to be a little bit hotter for this Tuesday. That'll continue into Wednesday and Thursday's highs for lower elevations. Going to be around 100 degrees. Hazy sunshine in the skies through at least Friday, but that could get disrupted with some cooler high temperatures and shower and thunderstorm chances going up. Speaking of the smoke, here's the surface smoke for right now. It is thinner in comparison to yesterday, but here's really the origin of the Wildcat fire with some of those northwesterly winds from overnight last night. That's pushing some of this lighter smoke into portions of the valleys, also into portions of the lower Columbia Basin as well. Temperatures this morning 50s, 60s, and 70s, just kind of depending on your microclimate. 72 in Walla Walla, but 59 and 58 for the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, respectively. Your day planner for today for lower elevations going to be into the 80s as soon as lunchtime, and then around triple digits for the hottest part of the day. Hazy sunshine all throughout the day. And again, trending a smidge hotter for tomorrow and perhaps into Thursday as well. I'll talk more about the heat coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, firefighters still on the front lines of multiple fires across several counties. We're going to check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth about the strategies they're using and what conditions crews could be facing in the coming days.
And gunfire in Yakima leaves one man dead and another injured. We have what police know so far about the situation.
And when a family lost part of their home to a fire, firefighters stepped in to go beyond the flames and help them through the night. We have the full story coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. We want to start this morning with a fire watch as we are following multiple wildfires burning across the region this morning. The biggest one being the Wildcat fire that's burning in Yakima County.
So crews have been battling this fire for just over a week, and right now the focus is on keeping the flames south of Highway 410 and away from homes and cabins in those steep, dangerous areas.
Air resources, dozers, engines, they all continue to support firefighters on the ground. Smoke starting to cause some visibility issues, though, along some nearby roads there.
In Kittitas County, a new blaze sparked yesterday morning, quickly growing from 1.5 acres to over 80 acres by the evening.
Multiple helicopters, large air tankers, and some dozers continuing to work to slow the spread. Fire crews are creating some access points and monitoring for structure threats.
And over in Franklin County, the Esquatzel fire was reported on Sunday and has fluctuated in size, most recently measured at about 157 acres.
Firefighters there are continuing to monitor that blaze and assess the risk to any nearby areas. They have multiple units on scene there still.
And for more on those conditions and what firefighters could be up against in the coming days, we're going to check in now with our Chief Meteorologist, Josh Colbreth. Josh, what are you tracking and what's the latest update?
Yeah, hot and dry weather over the next handful of days, so that's going to be the bad news. The good news is that the winds aren't going to be too significant, although it could be a little bit breezy tomorrow in the Cascades, which would be bad news for this one. The Wildcat fire burning in northwestern Yakima County, just a little bit over 1,200 acres, in fact, close to 1,300 acres at this point. A lot of active hot spots on the map to the west of Bumping Lake. You see Goose Prairie is up here. That's where we have a level 1 be ready evacuation. You don't have to have a go bag packed. You don't have to be ready to go, but keep a very close eye on this thing in Goose Prairie. Okay, a couple of 81-acre, yes, that's very precise, but 81-acre fires burning in Kittitas County. The Caitlin fire burning off the 1200 block of Caitlin Canyon, about 5 miles to the southwest of Dorp. A few active hotspots being picked up by satellite. 81 acres here, then 81 acres for the Durr Road fire that's burning about 6 miles to the south of Ellensburg. You see also 81 acres. Don't have any word on containment for either of those fires in Kittitas County. The Esquatzel fire burning about 1.5 miles to the northeast of Mesa, to the east side of Cox Pond, 157 acres. No word on containment with this one, but a lot of containment with the fire burning in northern Umatilla County, the Hatch Grade fire. It almost got up to 7,600 acres, but almost 100% contained at this point. And all these fires going to be helped out by cooler and wetter weather into this weekend. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Moving on now to a crime alert out of Yakima, where police say an overnight shooting left one man dead and another hurt.
It all happened just after 3 o'clock Monday morning. Officers responding to a 911 call on the 1800 block of Cornell Avenue. And when they got there, they found a 27-year-old man who they say appeared to have been shot. Well, officers and medics tried to save him, but he did later pass away from his injuries.
Now, not long after that, dispatchers got another call, this time saying a second man had shown up at the hospital with also a gunshot wound. And that man, a 32-year-old, is believed to be connected to the Cornell Avenue incident. His injuries were said to be non-life-threatening.
So detectives are continuing to investigate this, and police are asking for anyone with information to give them a call.
Into the roadways in Richland now. Today, construction crews will begin work at George Washington Way and Aaron Drive in Richland. So it's one of the most congested and crash-prone intersections in the Tri-Cities. So drivers should expect lane closures, parking changes, and delays through the fall. The phase will begin with the closure of the parking lane to Benham Street.
We're trying to address congestion as well as pedestrian safety. So you'll see part of the project is also removing some of the islands that cause pedestrians to have to stop mid-intersection. In addition, we're getting ready to kick off the Downtown Loop project here at the end of the year. And so this will kind of be a precursor to moving that project along too.
And the city expects the project to be finished by late November.
6:06 and making a difference this morning. A house fire turned a family's evening upside down, as you can imagine it would. But firefighters tried to work as much as they could to ease their hardship just a little.
So it started just before 7:30 last night when Benton County Fire District 1 responded to a residential fire on East 19th Avenue. So the family inside was able to evacuate safely, and thankfully no one was hurt. Firefighters say the flames were contained to a utility room, but what happened after the fire is what really stood out.
Yeah, a chaplain from Tri-Cities Chaplaincy worked with the family to figure out what their kids would need for school the next day. So once it was safe, firefighters were able to go back into the home and get the kids' backpacks, their laptops, cell phones, anything they needed for the next day, and then they delivered it to the family.
Love to hear it. And officials say it's not always possible in these situations, but when they can go the extra mile to help neighbors out, they will.
Yeah, of course they will.
Great people doing great things.
Love it. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Hundreds of players, dozens of teams, and one city buzzing with soccer fever. Pasco's Labor Day Challenge is leaving its mark both on and off the field.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it right here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Get RV show pricing now at every Blue Compass RV. All RVs must go, starting at just $101 a month. Each backed by a complimentary 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Exclusively at Blue Compass RV. Hurry in today.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Bi-Mart's 70th anniversary celebration continues with our latest savings book. Stop in and see why $5 gets you a lifetime of savings. Fran's soft-baked cookies are sale price 2 for $5. All Frito-Lay party-sized chips are just $4.99. Save $2 on Audubon Park's 20-pound Songbird food. And save on Savory Prime 16-ounce sweet potato and duck jerky for dogs. Sale priced at $9.99. Store-wide savings continue at Bi-Mart. Employee-owned for over 20 years.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, September 18th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Going deep into the Blue Mountains on Fly the Northwest tonight at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be very hot over the next few days, which is why the National Weather Service in Pendleton has gone with an extreme heat warning and a heat advisory. It runs from 11 a.m. this morning to 8 p.m. on Thursday. Show you temperatures for this morning as we are in the 50s and 60s in Kittitas County, 69 in Vantage, 55 in Ellensburg. Then in the Yakima Valley, a mixture of 50s and 60s, 58 in Yakima, 67 up the road in Selah. Also 50s and 60s for the Lower Columbia Basin, 58 in Hermiston, 59 in the Tri-Cities, 64 in Benton City, 60s and 70s this morning in the foothills, low 70s in particular in the Walla Walla Valley, and then 50s and 60s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's your coatcast for today for the Tri-Cities, light jacket stuff for this morning. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock is going to be t-shirt weather. Of course, we'll hang on to that for the rest of the day. As when it's all said and done, for the hottest part of the day, up around 100 degrees for lower elevations. That's about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. And hazy sunshine across the map. We'll step this through with futurecast surface smoke, and you can see for the hottest part of the day, 4, 5, 6 p.m., the wildcat fire flaring up. Then those northwesterly winds could push some smoke into portions of the Yakima Valley. Maybe some of it, it's probably going to thin out, but some of it could make it into the Lower Columbia Basin. Then for tomorrow, the same thing, hottest part of the day, the fire flares up, winds out of the north and west, and then into the evening, some of that could land in the Yakima Valley. But this could get helped out by some cooler and wetter weather into the weekend. I'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Talking sports now, and history being made in racing. Nicole Tarr has become the first female driver to ever win a late model race at the Tri-City Raceway.
Racing in the Labor Day Spectacular on Saturday, the Spokane native took the checkered flag in the main event. The pro late model cars are the highest skill level race at the event.
With the track being built in 1968, Tarr cements her name in the history books, being the first female winner in the track's 50-plus year history.
That's awesome.
Go women.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, and in more sports news, it wasn't barbecues and relaxation for youth soccer across the Pacific Northwest.
I don't think it ever is for youth soccer.
No, doesn't sound like it. But hundreds of young athletes were playing on the soccer fields in Pasco, hoping to come out on top.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable says it was a fierce fight to see the champions crowned.
187 soccer teams battled throughout the Pacific Northwest in Pasco for the Labor Day Challenge. With hard-fought games all weekend long and so many teams, there's a lot of emotion and excitement after these championship games.
We worked hard, we were talking, passing hard, cooperating. Cooperating's a big one.
This Three Rivers girls team has been dominant, winning this tournament 5 years in a row. It's left their coach beaming with pride.
This group is very, very, very good. They are so advanced. I mean, the things they're doing are like light years ahead of like even some high school teams. I mean, just the way they move and off the ball, the way they understand concepts. They're just a really, really awesome group of kids.
Not only does the tournament provide a chance for young athletes to compete and showcase their skills, it also scores another big goal for the city of Pasco.
Vendors that we have here provide food, t-shirts, pictures, pretty much, shoes and shin guards, soccer balls. So there's a lot of people. This does have a big economic impact on our community, from our hoteliers to the restaurants. So there's a big impact for the city of Pasco.
The Labor Day Challenge has been growing since its inception in 2019. In the past 2 years, the amount of teams participating has doubled, and organizers are already thinking about the 2026 tournament. In Pasco, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And this was also the first time that the tournament has been played with new lights installed at the fields.
Ooh, and organizers say it helped make the Labor Day Challenge run more smooth.
All the soccer.
Yeah, it's aggressive. Watch it. I was like, oh my goodness.
I know, it's wild out there. Yeah. All right, so much for ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth and your first alert forecast as we give you a live look outside from the Apple Valley Studios right here in Kennewick.
3 minutes till sunrise.
3 minutes. I know.
It's really pretty right now.
It is. It's so pretty, but it is one of the effects of, some hazy smokiness in the sky as well. And we know Josh will break down that for us. Also,
Save $2,000 on Freedom to enjoy life without reader's glasses or cataracts. Schedule your free consultation this month with K2 Vision RLE, America's most experienced in advanced lens procedures. Save $2,000 on K2 Vision RLE.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus find huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and save 30% on our Denver mattress lineup. Check out Doorbusters while they last. And make your cash go further with 60 months, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Hi, I'm Christine Connolly, local realtor with As You Wish Real Estate Team. I offer negotiable commission, 100% free staging, and top-notch marketing. I'm a proud sponsor of Operation Best Friend. Remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression. As you wish.
At Choice Hotels like this Comfort Hotel, you get more for your money so you can maximize any vacation, like starting game day with a free hot breakfast. I got waffles, how about you? Go Waffles! Woo! Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Confidence isn't given, it's built. One choice, one moment, one step at a time. How you feel is how you play. It starts with a click. Invisalign.
Wendy Redman is a leader in broadcast news. She breaks big stories, produces special reports that make a difference, and brings the news home each evening.
It's sometimes dramatic, but always informative.
Wendy Redman, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next live. Don't be late.
For season 38.
When you wake up in the morning. It's an all-new season of Live with Taylor Kitsch and Lola Tong.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. You see quite a bit of haze out there for this morning, and it's going to be hazy across the map for today, but the Yakima Valley is probably going to see the brunt of it, just given its proximity to the wildcat fire that is burning in northwestern Yakima County. So for today, like I mentioned, a lot of sunshine, a lot of haze out there, and it will be hotter in comparison to Labor Day. 80s in the Cascades, 80s and 90s in the Blues, and 90s in triple digits for lower elevations, about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Here's the good news with the wildcat fire. Light winds for today, so that's going to be the upside. Of course, the downside is that it's hot and dry out there. And then we'll see some gusty conditions in the southern Blues and in the Bluefoot Hills as well. For tonight, more haze across the map, and it will be mild out there, as we'll have 60s for the Cascades, 50s and 60s for the Blues, and 60s for the valleys, for the Basin, and for the foothills. And wind gusts for tonight, pretty much going to be a non-factor. But the heat will certainly be a factor for the next couple of days. At least Wednesday looks to be the hottest day this week. A touch cooler by Friday, and then trending much cooler as we head into the weekend and for the start of next week. In fact, by next Monday, we'll be back to pretty normal high temperatures for the early part of the month of September. And that's going to coincide with shower and thunderstorm chances going up, especially for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Friday not looking as active, and we'll have a lot more to say about Saturday, Sunday, and Monday later in the week, but Friday is starting to come a little bit better into focus, so we'll have about 10 to 20% chances of showers and thunderstorms in the Blue Mountains, in the Morrow County foothills, down towards the Dalles, and also up into the Cascades. It looks like the rest of us are going to be dry for Friday, but of course that could change as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Around 100 through Thursday, a touch cooler for Friday, then bouncing between 85 to 90 degrees for the most part for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, with shower chances holding pretty steady at about 20%. Then in the Yakima Valley, about 20 to 30% chances of showers and thunderstorms for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Looks like the best chances of thunderstorms are going to be over the weekend. In the Kittitas Valley, it's going to be the exact same thing. Better fuel for thunderstorms Saturday and Sunday as opposed to Monday, about 20 to 30% chances. Hot, dry, and hazy in Hermiston. That's a lot of H's through Friday, and then cooling off and trending a little bit wetter for Saturday through Monday. It's going to be the exact same cycle in Walla Walla. Very summer-like through Friday. A little bit of early fall, perhaps, as we head into next week.
It's getting cooler, which I like.
I know, but it can still be one of these.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this.
It's been a seesaw all summer. I'm ready to go down on the seesaw. You know, I'm ready for it to be cool and stay cool.
Say it. Hallelujah. There we go.
Oh, it's so much more ahead. Do it.
Back
this is your thing right here.
So Warwick Davis is reprising his role as Professor Flitwick in the new Harry Potter TV series, and we've got all the details on the cast and premiere date. It's all coming up in your entertainment news.
You're so excited, aren't you?
US Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Now through September 30th, get up to a $7,500 federal tax credit on a Ford Mustang Mach-E or F-150 Lightning. They're perfect for visiting friends across town or road trips across the country. And with the Ford Power Promise, get a complimentary home charger and standard installation. Save big on these all-electric vehicles that are smooth, fast, and fun. Hurry, the $7,500 federal tax credit on Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning ends September 30th. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The accident happened so quickly.
I had no idea what to do next.
Instead of going through it alone, I found hope.
With Abeda Nelson.
For over 40 years, we've helped families navigate the complicated legal process.
Getting the care and settlement you deserve.
Abeda Nelson took care of everything.
So I could focus on healing and getting back to my life.
Abeda Nelson took my injury personally.
Accidents happen. Compensation should too.
Abeda Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 290 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and one of only 2 critical access hospitals in the state of Washington. For over 78 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high-quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Taking a look at your entertainment news, British singer Jessie J is announcing she's postponing her upcoming tour.
She said in a video posted to Instagram last week that she has to have a second surgery related to her breast cancer. The 37-year-old singer had announced her breast cancer diagnosis back in June. She underwent surgery later that month and shared in July that she is okay and she has not had her cancer spread.
Jessie J did not go into detail about the upcoming procedure, though she previously said she needs another surgery after a mastectomy.
She said the European leg of her tour had been rescheduled to April 2026, but that the American leg of the tour has not yet been rescheduled because they haven't been able to find a window of time that matches their preferred venues. And in more entertainment news, it is back to Hogwarts time. So all real fans know that September 1st, which was yesterday, is when students return to Hogwarts for the school year. And to celebrate, HBO announces some of the actors who will be cast in the upcoming TV show. It's currently in production.
So Warwick Davis will reprise his role as Professor Filius Flitwick. Davis played Professor Flitwick in the original Harry Potter film series.
He has also appeared as the title character in Willow and in the Star Wars and Leprechaun franchises. The Harry Potter TV series will debut on HBO and HBO Max in 2027.
So excited.
You can't wait, I know.
I cannot wait. All right, talking awards now. Superstar Lady Gaga is returning to MTV's Video Music Awards show. The network made the announcement on Saturday, saying that Gaga was officially on the list of performers.
Lady Gaga is the leading nominee at the VMAs with 12 nominations. Her last VMAs appearance was 5 years ago in 2020, where she performed Rain on Me alongside Ariana Grande.
Our favorite.
I love that. I loved that performance too. It was
great
so
song
good.
too, yeah.
Other performers this year include Post Malone, Doja Cat, and Jelly Roll. The show is set for Sunday, September 7th.
Was it the MTV Awards that she did the meat dress? She's definitely toned down over the years, but
yeah, her looks ebb and flow for sure. But yeah, I think it was the VMAs with the meat dress.
I can't wait to see what she wears then.
You just never know.
Just normal, perhaps normal clothes.
She's not Adam Sandler, no.
Yeah, come on. She's not showing up in her basketball shorts. All right, so much more ahead. Coming up in our next half hour, we're talking about the hundreds of protesters who took to the streets for the Workers Over Billionaires protest. Coming up, we're going to let you know why they're calling for higher wages and stronger unions.
And caught on camera and now identified. We've got the latest on the Benton County package thief and the efforts to track him down. All the details are coming up in your next half hour.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus where we feel like we're a one-stop shop. Primary care is everything that you do here at the Pacific Clinic. We really focus on preemptive care. And what that means to us is going out and playing tennis and working on that proprioception, that balance, that social aspect, flexibility, all those things.
Living an active lifestyle is extremely important to our health. Research shows that just by incorporating exercise into our daily lives, we can reduce our risk of cardiovascular disease by 50%. So cutting your risk in half is amazing. And just by incorporating regular exercise, we add years to our life.
Stress is the primary reason why living an active lifestyle is so important, because it reduces stress. Stress brings on anxiety, depression, all of the things that we don't want to feel.
So there's some really good benefits to cold therapy, specifically with regards to neurotransmitters. What's important about those neurotransmitters is when they go up, it improves your mood. And so it's become a really good treatment option for depression. And as far as the hot therapy, things like a sauna are really good at preventing cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, and even some respiratory diseases. I would recommend that folks take advantage of all the services we have to offer here at the clinic. You can make significant strides toward improving your health by utilizing all that we have to offer.
Save $2,000 on Freedom to enjoy life without readers, glasses, or cataracts. Schedule your free consultation this month with K2 Vision RLE, America's most experienced in advanced lens procedures. Save $2,000 on K2 Vision RLE.
At Meredith Furniture, we know how important a good night's sleep is, even if we don't always use the beds for sleeping. Right now, you can save big on top quality mattresses perfect for families like ours. Because when we do sleep, it should be amazing. Meredith Furniture on South First in Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Summer love for young and gold. Paradise! Bachelor in Paradise, new Mondays on ABC.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City. Look and feel your best with cosmetic dermatology services.
Going deep into the Blue Mountains on Fly the Northwest tonight at 6. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
3-degree guarantee. It's at 75 buckaroonies.
I always love this moment because it always feels like I'm getting interrogated just for a second. But
nope, you never know.
How'd you do?
I did well. I did okay. Good enough for the jackpot to go up. It's now up to $75. So yesterday went with forecast high 96 in Pasco Tri-Cities and verified at 94. So for today, a smidge hotter is my forecast high in Pasco Tri-Cities, 98. So if it verifies between 95 to 101, jackpot's going to hit $100. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, bottom line for the forecast, it is going to be toasty like you just saw once again for today and into Wednesday and Thursday, highs around 100 for lower elevations. Hazy skies through Friday at least. That could get disrupted with shower and thunderstorm chances going up and temperatures going down from Saturday through Monday. Speaking of the haze, very hazy this morning in the Yakima Valley. It is probably seeing the brunt of the smoke, at least for lower elevations, because of its proximity to the Wildcat Fire, which the origin of the Wildcat Fire is right here where my finger is. So as the wind's kind of subtly coming out of the north and west, that puts the bulk of the smoke into the upper valley and also into the west valley. So we'll continue to watch air quality very close this morning, although I haven't seen anything that's worse than moderate. Temperatures into the 50s, 60s, and 70s across the map, just kind of depending on your microclimate. And your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities going to be around 80 as soon as 10 this morning, then pretty close to 100 for the hottest part of the day. Hazy sunshine across the map and lower elevations all within a degree or two of 100 degrees. So I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's very toasty Tuesday forecast that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. We begin this half hour of news with a follow-up on a story we first brought you just yesterday right here on Good Morning Northwest.
So the man caught on camera stealing a package from a Benton County home has now been identified. So deputies say a citizen tip led them to 33-year-old Maximiliano Gomez from Mabton.
Take a look. You see the video right there on your screen. It shows him running up to the porch, grabbing that large package, and then taking off with it. Authorities say they are now pursuing leads to track him down.
Now to Kennewick, where people gathered for a Labor Day protest on a busy stretch of road by the Columbia Center Mall. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us this is part of a nationwide protest on increasing the wealth gap between billionaires and workers.
Demonstrators took to Columbia Center Boulevard Monday morning for the Workers Over Billionaires protest. Organizers say they are protesting billionaires getting richer while many workers' wages have stayed the same, and to spotlight the importance that unions have for workers.
I think it's very important that we hang on to the freedoms that we've gained and that we are compensated for our labor, which is what is making these billionaires all this money anyway.
More than 500 people joined in the protest, lining up with signs and waving to passing cars for a few hours. Those passing by giving a honk in support, or a protest themselves possibly. Indivisible founder Lauren Malone says most cars she saw were honking in support.
Overwhelming majority positive. Lots of honks, people coming by, waving. Well outnumbers the negatives. And do we get occasional negatives? Of course, but in general, it's been very, very positive.
Malone says the goal of the protest was to raise awareness that wage increases for most workers have not equaled wage increases for higher-ups, which she says includes CEOs and executives. One person says she has 2 takeaways from the demonstration.
Mostly raise awareness, and then mostly also kind of really recenter. A lot of people think it's political, and it's really about, rights of citizens that are kind of being trampled.
Organizers say what better way to get their point across than on a holiday set to recognize the contributions of American workers. Reporting from Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And thousands of people across the country took part in the Workers Over Billionaires protests over the weekend and also on Labor Day.
6:35 and turning up the heat with community events. A hot festival is right around the corner in Pasco. It's the Pasco Fiery Foods Festival, taking place at Peanuts Park in downtown. It'll be Saturday, September 13th from 11 until 7. There's a number of things going on at this event to celebrate all things hot and spicy. It's family friendly. There's live music. There's food vendors, kids zones, painting section near Cafe Con Arte. And Ron Campton with the City of Pasco says this event all helps hit on the culture of downtown Pasco.
Highlighting the businesses, vendors, and the community that's down there. So we've got a lot of our farmers market vendors who, from May up through October are participating in the Saturday farmers market for Pasco. A lot of our PSK vendors will be participating in the specialty kitchens literally right across the street from Peanuts Park. So we get a lot of those vendors who are participating as well. And those vendors come from, all cultures, all walks of life to go ahead and provide different types of food that they think are important to them, that they've worked and spent time crafting.
And there will also be a stage set for some food competitions, from the VIP pepper competition, which my friend Jessica Jalal will be partaking in.
Remind me, I can do some spice, but not a whole lot of spice. So we're going.
What are you expecting? Because I feel like those people were eating like bell peppers.
I can do that for sure. I could do jalapenos. When we get to, those rare, crazy looking peppers is when I'm like, no, thank you. I don't even want to try it. No.
No.
I
It's
don't
just
wanna,
offensive to my body.
I know, yeah. Like, I will just not feel good for the rest of the day. Who wants that, right?
No.
Yeah. So
but
we'll see.
But you don't know what you've been signed up. Didn't you say Austin signed you up for this?
Yeah, he did. So, yeah. There's that.
It's like a family around here. Yeah.
Right?
But you don't know what.
Not exactly. I'll find out today.
You will?
And then, we're going to have a little talk.
All right. So there's a community pepper
to
competition too. And this one I could do.
This one I want to do.
A wing competition. It's new this year.
I could do chicken wings.
Courtesy of Pasco's Wingstop.
Let's do that.
I'm down for that.
Can we sign up for that? Hello, if you're watching, we want to sign up for the wing thing.
All right. Well, we are excited to just be on this journey with you.
Oh my gosh, don't remind me.
Pepper competition.
I have a lot of milk ready for me. Wait, no, I'm lactose intolerant. Okay, oat milk. There we go.
Oh, this is going to be great. All right.
Coming up next, Jade?
Oh, so much still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We are talking air quality from vehicle exhaust, wildfire smoke, even construction dust. It can all have a dramatic impact on your health in more ways than just one. So coming up, we're going to find out how the impact of these common pollutants can make on your brain.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hit.
Call 853-2222. Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want, at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue or Pathfinder.
The old me was stuck in the daily grind. My routine didn't allow for any self-expression. I found clay, and that changed everything. I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative, to build something. And that's how Clayton was born. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow it and bring people together. There's a creative side in all of us. That's what I hope people come here to find.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
At Meredith Furniture, we know how important a good night's sleep is, even if we don't always use the beds for sleeping. Right now, you can save big on top quality mattresses, perfect for families like ours. Because when we do sleep, it should be amazing. Meredith Furniture on South First and Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
We take off for a flight over an awesome park area in the Blue Mountains.
An adventure every time I'm at the reserve, and I see animals and wildlife and plants every time, something that I didn't see yet.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Next Live. Don't be late
for season 38.
When you whip up in the morning. It's an all-new season of Live with Taylor Kitsch and Lola Tong.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County. And just by the way, across the map for today, hazy sunshine and high temperatures that will be about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. So around 100 in Ellensburg. We are going to be also around 100 in the Yakima Valley, but upper 90s will be a safe bet. In the lower Columbia Basin, kind of the same thing. 101 for Benton City, 98 for the Tri-Cities, 98 in Hermiston. Then for the foothills, mid-90s in the Morrow County foothills, but a little bit closer to 100 in the foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties. And then 80s and 90s even for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. A little bit breezy today in the Blue foothills, but those peak gusts only between 15 to 20 miles per hour. Now let's talk about why it's going to be so hot and dry over the next handful of days. So we put this into motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. You see the spinning blue H out here in the Pacific. This is an area of high pressure. When you hear that around this time of the year, think hotter and drier. But as we get a little bit closer to Friday, you see this storm system off in the Pacific now a spinning red L. That's an area of low pressure. And as that gets closer and closer to our area, temperature is going to go down. Rain chances is going to go up as we head into Friday, but more specifically into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I'll show you the cool down. I'll show you some of those shower chances. All that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thanks so much. 642, taking a look at your health headlines this morning with new research showing that the air we breathe can actually affect our brains.
ABC's Christiane Cordero is showing us what you can do to limit exposure.
A new study in the Lancet Planetary Health Journal found that long-term exposure to common air pollutants like fine particulate matter, nitrogen dioxide, and black carbon is linked to a higher risk of dementia. These pollutants come from sources such as vehicle exhaust, industrial smoke, wildfires, and dust from construction sites. The researchers found that even small increases in exposure over a year or more can raise your risk. These pollutants can enter your bloodstream through your lungs and then travel to the brain, triggering inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are linked to cognitive decline. You can limit your exposure by checking your local air quality index and limiting outdoor activities on days of high pollution. Experts say stronger air quality rules could have big health, social, and economic benefits. Cleaner air means helping your mind stay sharp. With this Medical Minute, I'm Christiane Cordero.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh will be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. Keep it right here. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
What makes NUU unique? The amazing customer service that we offer to our patients. They know that they're heard, that they're listened to, and we genuinely care about their well-being.
From the second I walked in that office, I felt seen, I felt heard,
I didn't feel judged. It just was like, we're a team and we're gonna figure this out.
I had a rare form of breast cancer. Dr. Fedino has just been fantastic. She was really just on my side and helping me, and I'm so relieved and blessed that I went there.
I'm nowhere near diabetic, and I feel amazing. And I lost 55 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off.
She had saved my life if she hadn't taken just that moment to ask me one extra question. I absolutely would have had an ugly cancer 6 months later.
Check out our new location in Kennewick or come see us in Yakima. Go to newuwomensclinic.com to explore the countless ways that wellness meets beauty.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
My husband and I had planned our dream home, and it was years in the making. I didn't want to just show up at any big box store. We wanted to sit down, and I want you to spend time with us. Like, this is a big investment. Our family spends so much time in our kitchen, and now that we're moved in, we are so pleased with our experience with Fred's, with the product line, and how it really aesthetically added value to our kitchen. Fred's Appliance over-delivered.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vance for your heating system check. Call before September 12th to schedule your appointment, and you'll only pay $42. We'll evaluate your equipment and explain issues that could affect your comfort. A Vance heating system check this fall can ensure your home stays warm and cozy all winter. Don't wait. Call today or book online.
Claim your crown at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, where you could roll into some serious cash. $50,000 is up for grabs for every winner. Just roll the dice to reveal your poker hand, hit a royal flush, and win $50,000 cash every Friday and Saturday. No royal flush? Every hand wins cash or free play. Play with your club wild card to multiply your entries by 10 times on Thursdays. Come roll for the royal at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, celebrating 3 decades of fun.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Again, we continue to see the very hazy views atop Tannum Ridge. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart in the Yakima Valley. Hazy skies there. It's going to be hazy sunshine across the map for today, but the Yakima Valley is probably going to see the worst of it, just given its very close proximity to the Wildcat Fire burning in northwestern Yakima County. Again, hazy sunshine across the map for today, and it will be hotter in comparison to Labor Day, up into the 80s in the Cascades, 80s and 90s in the Blues, and 90s in triple digits for lower elevations, about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Wind gusts light for today for the most part, including up in the Cascades. It's very good news for containment efforts of the Wildcat Fire. Unfortunately, it's going to be hot and dry, so that is not the good news. We will see some slightly breezy conditions in the Blue Mountains, the Morrow County foothills, but that is about all she wrote. Some of those gusts only maxing out around 20 miles per hour. Then for tonight, still hazy skies across the map. Overnight low is going to be down into the 60s for the most part, although we could slip into the upper 50s for Cabbage Hill or Meacham, so pretty mild / comfortable out there. Wind gusts not going to be a factor at all for tonight. But the heat will continue to be a factor into Wednesday and Thursday, up around 100 degrees in the Tri-Cities. It looks like Wednesday's probably going to be the hottest day of this ordeal. At that point, will be about 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Slightly falling off by Friday, and then substantially cooler for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. By Monday, we'll be back to very normal high temperatures for early in the month of September. That's going to coincide with shower and thunderstorm chances going up, especially for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We'll have much more to say about these days a little bit later in the week when we get better model data. But Friday is starting to come into focus a little bit more. About 10 to 20% shower and thunderstorm chances in the Cascades, down towards the Dalles for the Morrow County foothills, and in the Blue Mountains. So again, those numbers will be adjusted throughout the course of this week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Around 100 through Thursday. Cooling off a little bit for Friday, then substantially cooler for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as shower chances will hold pretty steady at 20%. In the Yakima Valley, better chances for thunderstorms on Saturday and Sunday especially. It's going to be the same thing in the Kittitas Valley. Looks like the thunderstorm energy going to go down a little bit for Monday. In Hermiston, hot, dry, and hazy through Friday. More unsettled and cooler weather for Saturday through Monday. And it's going to be the same thing in Walla Walla. Very summer-like through Friday, and then feeling a little bit more like early fall, just slightly for Saturday through Monday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Hershey Park hero.
Everybody was like, oh my God, there's a kid up there. There's a kid up there.
Amusement park officials at Hershey Park in Pennsylvania says this little boy entered a section of the monorail, which was not in operation, through a secure area that was chained and barricaded. Horrified bystanders watching him walk along the monorail from below Saturday evening.
Stop! Keep going! No! Keep going!
That's when a man sprang into action, running to the roof of a concession stand, hoping it could get him close to the monorail. And this morning, that quick-thinking hero is speaking out to GMA.
When you have that kind of dad instinct, it doesn't matter if it's your kid or not, it's a child, that you want to make sure they're safe as possible.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this theme park rescue with your GMA First Look. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now I'm back in the picture. Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi helped visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And with Skyrizi, many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:52. It's time for your morning sprint. We start by taking a look at your national headlines. The Trump administration is considering declaring a national housing emergency this fall. That's according to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. He said that such a move would be part of Republicans' midterm strategy to focus on housing affordability. He also said GOP leaders are trying to figure out their strategy. Some housing issues that might be addressed include standardizing building codes and lowering closing costs.
6:52 in your sports headlines this morning. Food stands at the U.S. Open in New York are serving up some bold flavors along with some world-class tennis. And fans are buzzing about the caviar-topped chicken nuggets. Ooh. It's a Korean-inspired spot. And they're charging $100 for 6 nuggets and a side of caviar. And the fans are not complaining. I don't know.
Yeah, the prices, I don't know.
Right. Okay, 6:53 now. The top 5 local things you need to know this morning. We are tracking multiple wildfires burning around the region. The first one we're following is the Wildcat Fire. That's in Yakima County. It's been burning for over a week. Crews keeping it away from Highway 410. It's burning just south of that. And then in Kittitas County, the Caitlin Fire, that sparked yesterday. And crews telling us it grew pretty quickly from 1.5 acres to over 80 acres by yesterday evening. Multiple crews on the air, or in the air and on the ground, working to slow the spread. Meanwhile, the Esquatchel Fire, that's in Franklin County, and that's burning around 157 acres right now. Firefighters monitoring that blaze and also protecting nearby areas.
And Yakima police are investigating an overnight shooting. Officers got a call after 3 in the morning on Cornell Avenue, and they found a 27-year-old man with a gunshot wound. Medics tried to save him, but he later died. A second 32-year-old man arrived at a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and he's believed to be connected to the incident. YPD is asking anybody with information to call them.
Over 500 demonstrators gathered yesterday along Columbia Center Boulevard for the Workers Over Billionaires protest. Organizers say they were calling attention to stagnant wages for workers while executives grow wealthier, and also they're highlighting the importance of unions. Protesters say the goal was to raise awareness about workers' rights.
And deputies have identified the man caught on camera stealing a package from a home in Benton County. Thanks to a citizen tip, authorities say he's been identified as 33-year-old Maximiliano Gomez from Mabton. He's not yet been found, but deputies are pursuing all leads.
And construction crews are starting a major overhaul at George Washington Way and Aaron Drive, the intersection there near Columbia Point. It all starts today. The project is aiming to improve safety and reduce congestion. Work begins with some lane closures on the west side, but lanes in both directions will remain open, and the project is expected to wrap up by late November.
Now, trending this morning, police in Auburn, Indiana had a wild chase early on Wednesday morning, and it was all thanks to a loose horse.
Okay, police encountered the horse running through, there he is, running through a residential area. They were finally able to contain her in a grassy area.
Officers were able to get a hold of the horse's owner, who arrived shortly after to take her home safe and sound. But Wednesday wasn't the first time the horse gave officers a run for their money.
That's right. Officers corralled the same horse Monday after it was spotted running through downtown.
Okay, so this sounds like a fencing issue.
Yeah, it sounds like they need to stop trying to capture her and let her go. Just kidding.
She either needs to run free.
She just keeps trying. You can't,
or whoever has her needs to work on
the
her corral a little bit better.
Yeah.
But all that to say, horses are so graceful.
Right, even when they're running from the law.
Yeah.
No one else looks graceful running from the law.
I'm a little jealous.
You work on your horse trot.
Yeah.
All right, get us out the door. It's going to be another toasty one.
Yeah, it's going to be hot and it's going to be hazy once again. We are tracking the thickest of the smoke in the Yakima Valley as it is getting streamed downwind of the wildcat fire that's burning in northwestern Yakima County. We'll have more to say about that in just a second. Temperatures this morning, 50s, 60s, and 70s across the map. 59 in the Tri-Cities, 72, now 71 in Walla Walla as the map just updated. A little bit later today, around 100 for lower elevations, about 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Again, hazy sunshine across the map. Highs near 100 as well for Wednesday and Thursday. The haze is going to last through at least Friday, but after that a little bit cooler. Shower and thunderstorm chances going up. That could help out with air quality. And just another visual on that wildcat fire burning in northwestern Yakima County, burning just outside of Bumping Lake. You can see all the hot spots being indicated by satellite to the west of there. Goose Prairie on the north side of the lake. That's where we are seeing level 1 evacuations. You don't have to be packed. You don't have to be ready to go, but I would definitely keep tabs on the wildcat fire in Goose Prairie.
It's going to be hot, but
Yes.
then it's going to be cool. Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America's up next. We'll, of course, be back tonight at 5 with your local news and weather.
Have a great day.